Once upon a time, in a vast field, there stood a lonely scarecrow. The scarecrow had a tall brown hat with an orange band and a white brim. His blond straw hair peeked out from under the hat. He wore a light yellow shirt with an orange-brown tie and a long worn-out brown coat with patches covering the areas where it had been repaired. His job was to keep the crows away from the crops, but he didn't enjoy scaring them. In fact, he wanted to be friends with the crows, but the farmer wouldn't allow it because they ate the seeds he had planted. Standing there day and night, the scarecrow felt extremely isolated and longed for company. The nights were especially difficult, as he shivered in the cold and felt scared being all alone. One day, a brave crow named Jake landed on the field and refused to be scared away by the scarecrow. The scarecrow tried his best to scare Jake off, but he kept coming back. Soon it began a game. The scarecrow would try to scare Jake, who would fly away, but then suddenly reappear in another spot, and so they began to play together. The scarecrow couldn't help but smile at the fearless Jake, who was not intimidated by him. As they played more, Jake became braver and flew closer to the scarecrow until he finally perched on the brim of the scarecrow's hat. They became best friends, and Jake would sit on the scarecrow's hat all night, keeping him company. They talked and joked, and the scarecrow was no longer lonely. When they grew tired of talking and laughing, and it became dark outside, they would sleep together. They both found it very cozy. Jake had a comfortable sleeping spot on the edge of the hat. He was very happy with their new friendship. Sometimes the scarecrow would wake up briefly. He would hear Jake's breathing and feel the warmth of his body on his hat. He would smile and feel completely happy. Whenever the farmer came to check on the scarecrow, Jake would hide behind the hat, and they would quietly laugh together. They had found a true friendship, and the scarecrow was grateful for his new companion. Even though he still had to do his job, the scarecrow felt happier than ever before. The friendship he had formed with Jake showed him that sometimes the most unexpected friendships can bring the most joy.